found footage is often considered the most oversaturated and overplayed subgenre within horror. And although there are definitely a lot of found footage films that you could take or leave, they're not very well executed. One of the best horror films in the last decade, in my opinion, is found footage. That is Butterfly Kisses. Butterfly Kisses, released in 2018, is a film that is kind of like a dog chasing cat chasing mouse type film, even though it's technically not. It follows a film director. He hires a documentary crew to document what he wants to be a grand release of what he claims is found footage that he found in his mother-in-law's basement. So basically, it is kind of a character study of him and his... Sorry about that. Anyway, it's a character study of him, and, well, that's what the documentary crew sees it as. It's a character study of him and his journey to present the film. So basically, he claims that he found a bunch of videotapes, kind of feel like camcorder type footage of these two film students that are kind of out to prove that this urban legend mythical character named Peeping Tom exists. So this character, Peeping Tom, this urban legend myth, basically you have to stare down without blinking down this tunnel for 1 hour, I think at like midnight or something like that. I'm not sure if there's a time exactly that you have to do it, but sometime at night, I think it's midnight. You stare down this tunnel without blinking directly at the end for 1 hour straight, and at the very end this figure pops up. This figure is Peeping Tom. He's a super kind of cheesy looking at first character, and so basically it's like a Blair Witch type video that he finds. These two film students in this black and white grainy camera footage, super film student like, you know, like the Blair Witch Project, they see on the footage that the Peeping Tom, because what they do is they record it on the camcorder. They record it, instead of staring down themselves, they do it on the camera. So each and every time they turn the camera off and on, it's like a blink. So what happens is, they call him the Blink Man, the Peeping Tom, the Blink Man. Every time you blink, it gets closer to you and closer to you and closer to you until it gets right up there. And it's called Butterfly Kisses because at the very end, when it's right there, right by your eye, you're gonna try not to blink, but he's gonna tickle your eyelashes, like what they call butterfly kisses. And you're gonna blink and he's gonna kill you. He's like gonna slash you and kill you. So basically they do that with the camera, and it kind of goes through this film director. See, the thing is, a lot of people don't believe him when he's trying to present the footage. It kind of follows his journey, trying to present the footage in a few different ways, but he wants the rights to the footage. That's the difference. He's a film director who has directed actual films that finds found footage. No one believes him. You're a film director. Why would you find the found footage? So it kind of follows his descent into badness. And yes, there are spoilers. I've already spoiled a little bit for you. But it follows his descent into badness to basically prove that Peeping Tom is real, that the footage is real. Whether he actually believes it in the beginning or not, doesn't really matter. He wants to get rich off of it. And it, like I said, it's kind of a character study of him. That's what the documentary crew that's documenting him say. They're like, oh, this is just a personal character study. He's not a great guy. He's really not. He only cares about himself. He's only nice to people when, I mean, he's an interesting character. He wears a pretty cool hat, in my opinion. One of those New York type caps. But, spoiler alert, he takes his daughter's college funds and he uses them to hire the documentary crew. You find that out later. And he's basically disrespectful and rude to anyone that questions him, gives him any kind of pushback, which he should be able to defend, frankly, if it is true. And so basically, you're getting two sides of found footage. You're literally getting two sets of found footage. You're getting the found footage itself, which it keeps coming back to, and their descent, and they're realizing that, oh shoot, this thing is actually on our camera and it's actually coming for us. You know, it's not just about proving or showing or a documentary about an urban legend or a myth or whatever you want to call it, a mythical creature. This thing is actually on our camera and it's actually going to kill us. So we have to figure out what we need to do. So it's going through that footage on the grainy camera, then it's going to this very polished documentary footage, which is also documenting a descent, but not a descent of a creature coming after the camera, but this guy, and he's kind of going into madness, you know, he's kind of going crazy. It's a very well executed and well edited film. The mix between the black and white, grainy Blair Witch style found footage and the polished but also haunting documentary footage of the man. It's a great film. I highly recommend this film. This is one of my favorite found footage films. And it's just such a good film. It's free on Tubi. And I highly recommend, if you're going to watch a found footage film, watch this one. I mean, I've obviously done other found footage, and I will in the future do other found footage reviews. This one is just a super good gateway into found footage. And it actually, also there's a cameo for, I believe it's Eduardo Sanchez. He's the director of the Blair Witch Project. You know, the Blair Witch Project, the legendary found footage of all found footage. I mean, that movie is the GOAT for found footage. Anyway, terrific film, Butterfly Kisses. Cannot recommend more highly. One of my favorite films to go back to. If I'm going to go back to a horror film, that's one of them. I've already done it. I saw it about 1.5 to 2 years ago, and I've already watched it 3 or 4 times, just rewatching it. So Butterfly Kisses 2018, great film. I give this film objective score. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a terrific film. And by the way, it's not a 10 out of 10, but it's a very good one. On personal enjoyment, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's a great film, and cannot recommend more. Peace out.